Okay, I've got you for 3 minutes. Now, this video is going to be 0% philosophy. It's going to be 25% woo-woo maybe, and about 75% business advice. But listen, it's only applying to people that have this ideation of like, I want to bug out from the rat race and I want to go buy a farm. So if you're not interested in going and living off the land or something like that, don't watch this. It's not for you. If you are, please always like and follow and save to your favorites so that you can come back and watch this when you're not addicted to dopamine and scrolling, if that makes sense. So let's begin with the 25% woo-woo stuff, because when people see the work week, they go, okay, I'm working 40 hours plus, maybe 50 hours a week, commuting, I live in a $4,500 a month apartment, I'm not happy where I am, hey honey, what do you think? Let's just bolt to the country. Okay, so they take this thing that doesn't work, and I agree, it doesn't work at all. And then they say, hey, we're going to bolt out to the country and everything will be bliss. Here's the problem, and I want you to really hear this. Number one is they're taking the same approach they had to this and putting it over here. So let me give you some examples. And I'm going to read off my notes. So the first thing that they do is they immediately overcommit to a whole bunch of stuff and create a busy, busy life, not really thinking that the reality of what living on the land is going to be like versus what their conception is might be vastly different. So the first thing I tell people is that, hey, if you want to do that, first off, drop the idea that you're going to do everything. Take everything you think you're going to do, divide it by 2, then divide it by 2 again, then divide it by 2 again your first year. And that's a good start. Step 2. Do you need the farm to sustain itself? If you do, you're going into it with problems because you better have that solved immediately before you do anything else. And that's not solved by, I'm going to do goats and chickens and ducks and cows and da-da-da-da-da-da. You're going to overwhelm yourself and blow yourself out. Better would be for you to have a job and work remotely so that you can be anywhere. That would be a much sounder approach to it. Next gripe I have is people not working with the seasons. You know, if you think about it and you go, okay, it's June in Texas. What should you be doing in June in Texas? You should be shutting everything down, pickling the place, and going somewhere cool for a couple of months, and then getting back to it. People don't work within the harmony of the seasons. The mindset that people have with not just the seasons is an arrogance, and an arrogance that is what do I want to do rather than what does the market want, or what is the people around me, what does the community want. So they end up creating a bunch of stuff that they can't sell or doesn't have an outlet there, and that's not going to work either. The next thing that drives me up a wall, and this is probably the last one, is the army of one effect, which is, hey, there's 2 of us, honey, we're going to go out and we're going to do sheep and goats and cows and chickens and da-da-da-da-da, and it's a heck of a lot of work. So you might want to review these things as stuff to avoid if you're thinking about bugging out. Feel free to ask me questions. That's what I do.